Rose and Gold. I'm your host, IK, and this is my lovely co-host, Dr. Ross.
Howdy, y'all.
Wagwan. Everything is everything. But let's get into our hot topics, starting it off with, it's Valentine's Day. So if you have a loved one or someone special, give them a box of chocolates and tell them, Happy Valentine's Day. Enjoy it right, guys. But let's get into our hot topics, starting it off with the Super Bowl. So if you didn't catch our last video, or if you didn't catch the Super Bowl, the Chiefs won and beat the Eagles, which we were rooting for the Eagles, but still, it was a tough game. The Eagles did throw a few different things, but still, either way, it was fun to watch. There was a lot of different performances and events going on with the Super Bowl that we're going to talk to you guys about. First off being the halftime show. Now, a lot of people are saying that they didn't think of it as anything too special, too great. They give it a 2 out of 10, a 1 out of 10. And others were saying that it was excellent, and Rihanna really pulled it off doing it again.
So there's been mixed reviews.
It's been really mixed, but I'm going to say it wasn't as good as anything like Prince or even something like The Weeknd, how he had a full intro sort of sequence in it.
That's true.
It was just very simple, very, just like a concert, regular.
And it was very short as well. They didn't have a lot of artists. And I mean, of course, like you mentioned, those two artists, Prince and The Weeknd, they did solo acts, but it still had more to it that pulled it together. The Weeknd did it where he had thousands and thousands of people marching on the football stadium. It was very grand. And then Prince, he had his high heels while it was raining, dancing on the glass of his cymbal. So each of them did something that was very brought something special to the Super Bowl. Rihanna, they did lift her up and she had a lot of dancers, but that was about it. And she did the lip singing, but we all know all singers lip sing, but I don't know, Rihanna's was not super blow you away from the Super Bowl for me personally.
I agree, it was the same here. It could have been better. But regarding the lip singing part, Milli Vanilli, they're quaking in their boots right now. Which brings us to our next topic on the Super Bowl. We have Cheryl Lee Ralph. So there were things going around. No one's really been talking about it yet, how her voice was kind of lip synced and not really matched by a few seconds. We'll put in the clip right here. Spectacular, amazing, but it should be more national, everyone together, instead of being so divided for the Super Bowl. Since the Super Bowl is where everyone comes to have fun, enjoy hot dogs, cook on the grill, and of course, watch an incredible game.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism until...
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman.
On to our next hot topic, we actually are going to talk about Megan Fox. In our last episode, we talked about the split between Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox, but fans have decided to bring up a photo shoot that she did with Cristiano Ronaldo way back in 2011. And we're gonna put the photo right here. I actually remember seeing this photo on a lot of different, it's for the Armani briefs, and it was on a couple different magazines, but apparently she spoke out about this photo shoot saying, this photo of me is definitely real. I remember taking it, but I don't remember being spooned or smothered by a smothering Cristiano Ronaldo in nothing but his Armani briefs. Feels like something that you would not forget. So I don't know if she's trying to flirt with him or what's happening, but I think that they would be a pretty good-looking couple. That is finally, if she got with him, that would finally be a guy that's like on her level of looks instead of going for the guys that are a little bit, you know, no offense, but
That's true. I'd always love to take you out to lunch and or dinner. Because I can show you something right. Unlike Pissy Pete, because we know he's walking around right now. We know he's lurking in the DMs.
Every single time there's a hot girl that gets broken up with or newly single, Pete Davidson is always around. I don't know how he does it, but he's always there. And since he was just with Kim Kardashian and they broke up, and Megan Fox has been really close friends with the Kardashian family recently, he might be lurking around now. So
I wouldn't be surprised if he was there, right, just like that.
That's right.
But let's get into our final hot topic for today with DC's Batgirl. So
yes.
That was a movie that actually got canceled. It was going to be on HBO Max at one point. And Leslie Grace, she is breaking the news saying that the acting of the Batgirl movie, there was definitely potential for a good film, which I agree with her on this one. I mean, there was going to be big star-studded names in there like Brendan Fraser. This was going to be his first movie coming back, but now his new movie is The Whale. But what are your thoughts on this, Dr. Rose?
I personally agree with her. What we see here, IK, is, like you said, she is probably trying to defend the film because they were saying that they were not able to release it because it was just not a good film, and that they were saying that the studio just cut it because they didn't want it. And she said that there was potential for a really good film. Honestly, you never know until you get to see an audience that can actually see it, because she might have thought her acting was like spectacular, and we're not putting any shade on her acting because it might have been amazing. Maybe it was like the storyline that the studio didn't like, maybe it was something else completely, but you don't know until you actually get to see it and see the movie and see the film like as a whole.
Speaking about films getting canceled and axed, if Batgirl didn't get a release, then it still baffles me how The Flash got a release, which we're going to be talking about for our last hot topic. I just wanted to talk about that one because this one looks really good from the trailers. It's still bad how Ezra Miller, you know, with all of the scandals and different things that he's been involved in, he's still going to be in the film as the main character.
I know, I'm not very pleased with that just as a whole, because there's a lot of time, sorry to cut you off, IK. There's a lot of time with these directors and actors when they do these horrible things and they still get to make their career and still do their career. It's just not fair, not right.
It's true, but you know, the one thing with this film that has rooting for it, there's not only going to be Ben Affleck as one of the Batmans, but they're also bringing back General Zod from the first Superman film, Man of Steel, and they're bringing back Michael Keaton as Batman.
We love Michael Keaton.
That's one thing I'm excited for.
Yes. Although Michael Keaton, I feel like he's a little bit old for the role, and if you did see the trailer, we'll put it right here, he's doing flips and rolls, and he's jumping and flying. Maybe he's like how Salma Hayek said, no matter how old you get, you can still do a couple stunts. But Salma Hayek also said in that interview that after she did all her stunts for the Hitman's Bodyguard, she was definitely limping and aging everywhere.
So we hope that Michael Keaton does this one up right. We're going to give you guys an in-depth review when that one comes out, because I'm excited to see Michael Keaton back out on the screen flying around like Batman. But these were all of our hot topics. And for Kylie Jenner, that's for you. Make sure to buy yourself a bottle of the Jamaican shampoo, which is in the link in the description below, along with all of our friends' establishments. So, we'll see you on the next episode. Jay-Z, maybe put more funding into the Super Bowl halftime show next year.
Don't be a cheap.